Hello beautiful souls and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. So every year when we're approaching Halloween, I like to do a little spooky pick a card, a little peek beyond the veil type of pick a card. So today we're doing this. As you can tell by the title, we're going to communicate with any spirit, especially with deceased loved one, but it could be spirit guides, just any spiritual energy force that wants to talk to you, that wants to communicate with you, that maybe has been giving you signs and wants you to acknowledge it. So we're going to see why this spirit is trying to communicate with you, what are they trying to say, and if you want to, how can you get rid of them, or how can you protect yourself from them if you want to and if you have to. Alright, so this is gonna be the topic. I hope you're excited about this one because I really am. I've been preparing for this pick card for 2 weeks. I've been going around my room trying to pick out the best crystals, the best little things. I found this super cute candles and I really wanted to use them for this reading, so I'm just excited. And yeah. Okay, so we have 3 piles. This is pile number 1. I decided to show you the boxes of the decks because I just find them so beautiful. So the Crow Tarot is gonna be used for pile number 1. Of course, I'll be using other oracle decks as well. I do have my tea leaf cards for looking at what kinds of synchronicities are those spirits sending your way, how can you recognize their presence. So yeah, pile number 1, Crow Tarot. Pile number 2, this is the Handel Tarot. I am not sure if I'm pronouncing the name correctly, but I just like the illustration on the back. And for pile number 3, the Tattoo Tarot, Ink and Intuition. I love this box, it's just so beautiful. So you can check out the timestamps in the description box below, as well as the comment section. Pause the video, meditate on the cards. If you already have a spirit in mind, maybe try to connect with them and see which pile really pulls you, so you're in best alignment with the reading. And those are all of my advices. Now I'm going to jump straight into pile 1. I'll see you all guys in your readings. Hello pile number 1 and welcome to your reading. So I grabbed this little crystal that I will be using for all the readings just to, just to kind of help me to concentrate. For you guys, because I rest between different piles, and before I do the pile I kind of do a little channeling and then I turn on the camera. So while I was doing that, kind of preparing and tuning into your energy, I had a very clear vision of the moon. I had visions of nighttime. So I think that for you guys, the spirit does come at you at night, maybe in your dreams. That's also possible. And I was feeling very strong female energy as well. For some reason, for some of you, I was seeing a woman with short dark hair. That could be a grandmother, a mother figure, who's on the other side. For some of you it could be a spirit guide, but it felt like for most of you who will recognize this, short dark hair. And when I say short, I mean quite short. What I was seeing was almost like, this may sound a little offensive, but I don't know how else to phrase it. I just don't have the words for it. So like a boy's cut, that's what I was seeing. Very short hair. So yeah, I was kind of seeing like this figure walking in your dreams, which was interesting. So sometimes this person may not be the central figure in your dreams, but you will still dream of them, or they will be kind of on the sidelines, or you may have one sentence exchanged with them and then they go, like they're not the main point or character of the dreams that you're having, but they're still there. For those of you who this is a passed on loved one, I'm getting this energy of this person, this loved one, their spirit does not want to disturb you, and they don't want to prevent you from moving on, but they do appear from time to time in your dreams to kind of check on you and on your mental health and how you're doing. I feel like your dreams are very reflective of your mental health. So this feminine figure shows up in your dreams kind of to make sure you're okay. But they don't want to draw too much attention to themselves because they don't want to grieve. They want to be happy and move on with your life. For some of you, of course, this could be a friend, right? Because honestly, I wasn't seeing someone very old. Maybe that's because of the hair. Maybe because it was dark, so I assume this was not someone who already had gray hair. But it could be how this person looked when they were younger. That's also possible. Okay, hold on. So the Three of Swords. Now the card sort of wanted to come out reversed, so I'm gonna take it like this. I'm just gonna kind of keep in mind that it could go upright, it could go reversed. So with the Three of Swords, what I said about grief, this person's spirit does not want to disturb you, and even you may have had times when you wanted like to connect with this person, to communicate with this person, to feel their presence, but I'm getting that they were not really answering to those calls or to your prayers, to your questions, because they really did not want to keep you stuck in a loop. They wanted you to move on, is what I'm getting. I'm also getting this energy of they feel kind of relieved that they can watch over you in a way that they couldn't before. Maybe you didn't share what was going on within you with this person when they were alive, so they are glad that they almost have this deeper access to you, to your feelings and thoughts, now that they're on the other side. They feel more reassured. I'm also hearing something about wanting a pet, not wanting a pet. So if you lived with this person again, this could be a friend, it could be a mother figure, a grandmother figure, an aunt, a sister, right? It's just, I'm definitely getting female energy for now. Now, pile one, someone else may come through as well. Just hold on and wait. But I'm getting something about this person that maybe they didn't want a pet and you really did, or vice versa. Maybe there was a conflict about that. But specifically, I'm getting that they didn't want a pet and you did. And many of you got a pet after you moved out, or now that you're more independent, or now that this person is, gone, you did that. There is something here about, first of all, this with the pet, they're kind of glad you did it, and they kind of regret that they were not agreeing on having a pet. But for others, this is more about a situation where you wanted to do something and this person prevented you from doing it, and now that you have, they are happy for you. They're happy for you and they wish they supported you more in this endeavor. Now we have the High Priestess. This is interesting. Yeah, this person definitely shows up in your dreams. The High Priestess is also about premonitions, warnings, just heightened intuition. So this person, you guys definitely have spiritual forces, not just this person that I was seeing, but in general, we have spirits and spiritual forces that warn you against things, and many of you are very open to the other side. Many of you openly communicate with the other side, and you constantly receive signs, and I'm even getting like energy. Now, this is something you want to be cautious with because I'm hearing a vessel. So sometimes you may get an urge to do things that is not your own desire or urge. Even like things like watching TV, painting, watching a particular movie, or listening to a particular song, going to a very particular place, or eating something. Sometimes you will get these random urges, cravings, needs, desires, wants, and they won't make sense with your daily routine and habits and who you are. And you're like, wow, that's interesting that I'm craving this food. I usually never do. Or that's so weird that I want to listen to this song. It's such an old song. I usually don't listen to it. Or to this kind of music, but sometimes spirits will motivate you to do things, push you, nudge you to do things that they wish they could do. Now, with this, you may want protection. I'm not getting something malefic, not yet at least. I'm not seeing it in the cards, but you may want protection if you feel like your boundaries are violated. And what I can suggest, I'm not a professional witch or anything like that, or someone who is really into, I'm interested in these things but I don't practice them. But what I can suggest is using salt. Doing salt baths to your feet, to your hands very often, because we absorb a lot with our feet and hands. Wearing salt, you can find like a little pendulum or something, that the trinket can open, so you can put salt in it and wear it as a necklace, and a bracelet. You can always put salt underneath your bed, in the corners of your room. Salt is the best protection, and it's the best substance that can absorb unwanted spiritual energy. And we have the Empress. Alright, the High Priestess, the Empress. These are some very strong feminine energy cards again. So definitely if you have spirit guides coming through, those are female spirit guides. Some of you may even be connecting with some goddesses, and you may be working with goddesses. The High Priestess usually from the Greek pantheon represents Hecate, represents Ishtar, Isis from other pantheons. But I'm also getting, in particular, Persephone, hold on, pronunciation, who? I'm getting Persephone with this combination, because the High Priestess is someone who has access to the underworld, to the mystical and magical, and that is Persephone to me in combination with the High Priestess. So some of you are working with her. Alright, Six of Pentacles. Many cards are actually reversed, that's why I'm not taking all of them reversed, only if I really feel like they are in reversal. Look at that, Six of Pentacles. So the spiritual forces, the spirits that want to communicate with you, the goddesses that want to communicate with you, want to tell you that they are loving your little gifts and venerations. They're into venerations. So if you want to do this, keep doing this, especially with the Empress. I think that it's gonna be a great way to receive things back, okay? And for some reason, now this is a dead fish that the crows are eating here, but for some reason it looked to me like an open book, which is interesting. So you're consuming some type of information that your spirit guides, the forces that you're willing to work with, approve of. And Spirit is talking about your glasses. You may need to change your glasses soon. For some reason I'm seeing glasses, and I'm literally seeing a blind cane. And I'm not saying that you're going to go blind or anything, but you do want to check your eyesight, and maybe if you need to switch your glasses because they might be harming you, not helping you if they're not properly adjusted. And we have the moon. Pile one, as cliche as this sounds, and even if you've heard it before, or even if you know it but you still don't do it, I'm still gonna advise you to do it. Write down your dreams. You guys have the moon in reverse, which is a secret being unveiled. You literally have the high priestess who has access to secret knowledge, and then you have secrets being unveiled. You're consuming knowledge, you are venerating some spiritual forces. I feel like your spiritual work and dedication, you need to get a little more serious with it. And what I'm getting is Spirit doesn't care about the type of gift you want to have, only about the gifts that you do have. So if you have a gift for dreams and, foresight in your dreams and like things of that nature, receiving messages through your dreams, and maybe you're thinking, but I want to channel, I want to sit down and get information. Well, maybe that's not your way. And Spirit is like, it's time for you to lean into what is natural to you. Don't try to force other things that just don't work for you. Doesn't matter if they work for other people. Ace of Pentacles. Yes, you have your own gifts and you need to nurture them. Whatever you've been trying to manifest, work with Spirit to help you get this thing, make it happen, it will happen with the Ace of Pentacles. There is manifestation here. There are also just gifts and offers coming through as well. I'm getting something for someone out there. Maybe that's a little more specific, but I'm getting something about a mother figure. Something she kept to herself. I'm almost getting like an object. It could be a journal, could be a jewelry of some kind that is passed down through the lineage of your mom. Something, and I feel like this is coming from a spirit that's not necessarily your mom. I'm getting something about this spirit is related to the family and they've watched you and your mom, but they're not the mom here. So the person I'm talking to right now, your mom is still alive, and the spirit is telling me that you should talk to her because she has kept something from you, some secret, and she has like a physical proof of whether or not she's telling the truth or what the secret was. And I'm kind of seeing like little photographs, a little old, not too old, but I'm seeing photographs and I'm seeing some kind of a jewelry, a chain for a jewelry. And the spirit is advising you to ask her if you have doubts about something, or if you feel like she's keeping something particular, ask her about this. It's time the truth is revealed. And honestly, I'm trying to keep this open, of course, because it's a general reading, but I'm going to lean into the specifics I'm picking up on here, and this will resonate with whoever it resonates with. I'm getting something about adoption possibly being the secret here, that had to be revealed a long time ago. And the spirit is like, remind your mother because she wanted to and then she never did. And it's like some of you maybe have wondered, or this one particular person who resonates with this message, maybe you've wondered about this, but you never dared to speak. And there's an encouragement from Spirit here. If you're having questions, doubts, like, oh, I think that there's a secret here, I think that this person is hiding this or that, ask these people, okay? Talk to them, ask them about it. All right. Let's see. What signs and synchronicities will you see when these spirits are around you? And don't worry, we're still going. I still have to pull some oracle cards, and yeah, but I want to see, how do these spirits communicate with you? What kind of signs and synchronicities are they sending you to indicate their presence? So this is about the feminine spirit we got at the beginning, or the goddesses that you're working with. I'm also getting interesting. This masculine spirit wants to come through, but I'm getting this shyness and almost like hesitancy. It's almost like the spirit doesn't trust to be spoken for. And I'm getting the name Bob or something starting with B. This person is quite, or was quite introverted. There was an object or something like this that this person whose name starts with B really took care of. It could be something that they polished, they really took great care of it, and now it's been kind of forgotten, and they really wish you, the family, takes care of it again. Alright, so dogs, getting together with friends. Now with dogs, animals may go off. If you have pets, they may start barking for no reason at empty spaces, or they may be appearing to play with someone, or dogs that, or not your pets, just dogs on the street may come to you or may be really drawn to you. It's almost like they feel the presence of this spirit as well. So I feel like for some of you, the spirit on the other side, again, it feels like the feminine energy that I was speaking upon. It's funny because I felt like she didn't want a pet, but animals loved her. So, and she might be attracting purposefully animals to you to kind of nudge you, go get a pet. I'm sorry I stopped you from doing this, go do it. Okay. We have the moon again, very interesting. Again, definitely dreams, nighttime. I had a vision of the moon before the reading started, so I'm not surprised it's coming through. The moon is very mystical, and the moon is about illusions. And Carl Jung defined the sun as this clarifying light, while the moon's light was something that created like a daze. It created this foggy type of optical illusion, if you will, where the light sort of merges things. Think about it. At nighttime, moonlight makes things kind of blend with each other, while daylight makes everything crisp, right? So with this, I'm getting that you guys may be seeing light or shadows in the corners of your visions. And this is interesting, but I was specifically having a vision of hands. Sometimes you may see hands, or, you know, a shadow of a hand, or really like a flash, and it's gone just like this. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm sensing, I can't tell if this is the female spirit I was channeling or the spirit named with B, I'm not sure here, but I'm sensing this very strong energy of the spirits that want to communicate with you, work with you, help you, etc., just make themselves known. They see you working with your hands. Some of you are working on your personal projects, some of you it's your job where your hands are always like engaged doing something, but I'm getting something about hand work where you need to like be very detailed and like touch and fix and manipulate very little things, and there's a lot of attention to detail, but it's very tedious work. And I'm seeing like these spirits really badly want to help you. It's almost like some of you may have your own business and you have a lot of things to do on your own, and you have a lot of like tedious tasks with your hands, maybe packaging things like that. And there's this strong spirit that's like, oh, I really want to help you. I wish I was there with you to help you do that. I don't want you to be so tired and get so tired. What signs and synchronicities are you seeing? So with this, also the moon, just full moons are times when you can communicate with spirits, or those spirits come to you. We have apple and rabbit. Temptation will test you, too much concern with sexual matters. Okay, we have the apple and the rabbit. Apples could be somehow an inside joke or something that stands out about this spirit that wants to, talk to the spirit of a loved one. The rabbit, though, the rabbit is a little different. Oh well, okay. This could be a message. Now you have the High Priestess with the Empress, which is interesting. And the moon reversed, nighttime, reversed, denied, rejected. It's like some of you have been spending your spiritual energy on being physical with the wrong people, because you do expend spiritual energy in the act of this, and it's been with the wrong people, sadly, with the rabbit coming through. So I think that there will be little weird things and stuff that happen, maybe when you invite someone over or when you're having intimate time with someone, that's wrong for you. Of course, that is not for everyone, but for those who resonate with this message. And it's like those spirit guides of yours wanna warn you off certain people. Any feelings that spirit of loved ones wants to communicate with you? Any feelings that you need to know about? We have change, and we have changes in your life with the moon as well. And abundance. So I'm getting really strongly that for many of you, those spirits on the other side, the spirits of loved ones, They're okay with you moving on from the way you lived life while they were still alive, and they are understanding of the changes that have happened in your life. For some of you, this could even be a partner who has passed on. And with this message here, especially, they're saying that if you have any difficulty finding the right person, or you feel like the universe is against it, know that this is not your partner, ex-partner, I don't know how to refer to them. On the other side, they're not trying to prevent something from happening, they just don't want you to go for the wrong person. So they're still, in a way, protecting you. Anything else that you need to know about? The bouquet. Bring flowers into your home. That is just an advice from Spirit, like a general advice. And the bouquet, to me, I'm not sure what the guidebook says, but the bouquet to me is about celebration. So Spirit is encouraging you to celebrate more things in life. For some of you, I always say this, but when I see the Empress with the moon reversed, things like that. But especially with the apple and the rabbit, like, be very careful about unwanted pregnancy, okay? Very, very careful, especially if it's not with the person you are certain about. There is almost this message from the ancestors for some of you. It's like, we no longer want children just to happen spontaneously. Be mindful about them, about wanting them, okay? So pile 1, I feel like that's all I have. I thought I might be pulling more oracles, but the messages just came through with the tarot card. So I think that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you resonated with this. Let me know definitely in the comment section below. I'm very, very curious to hear. And happy spooky season. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello pile 2, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this deck, this is gonna be your mystical peek beyond the veil. Alright, I've got a little crystal just to help me keep concentrating. Now, when I was kind of tuning into your energy, preparing for your pile, as I do for each pile before I click on the camera and start filming, I was seeing lots of green. I was getting lots of Hermes type of energy, a messenger, a trickster, knowledge, information, science, even those kinds of things. But I was also seeing like green suits. I don't know why, like office work, going to interviews and jobs, very Mercurial, Virgo / Gemini type of energy. So because this is about what kind of spirit, who on the other side wants to talk to you. First and foremost, you may have an engineer, a doctor, someone who is really was really knowledgeable in their job. You also have someone who watches you go to many interviews, do your best to network in life. That's also something I'm seeing. But I'm getting the presence of a spirit that is asking you, why are you so serious about life? And if you feel any blockages in life, it's because you're trying to be so tough and serious about life. The spirit wants you to enjoy it and to tune into your charisma and charm and use it more. Hold on. My hair always gets somehow in between the cards. Who wants to talk to Pile 2? Benevolent spirits, and what did you have to say? Any loved one on the other side? I don't know why I'm getting the number 11, and something about this person maybe loved to collect magazines or newspapers, or they worked for a newspaper, but I'm getting something about also 11 a.m., their morning routine, being reading the newspaper. All right, we have the world or the universe in this case, with Saturn. Interesting. And Victory, 6 of Wands. Okay, so you have a spirit that this definitely feels like an ancestor, a loved one on the other side, someone, a family member. And they're trying to prevent you from making the same mistakes as them when it comes to earning a status, a reputation, and things like that. They were someone very highly achieved in life, is what I'm getting. But what I'm getting is their hard work was detrimental to their health. So they're trying to ward you off the same path. And the Magician. The Magician is ruled by Mercury. You can see the sigil right here. The Magician is all about being everything for everyone, being skilled in multiple fields, having many skills, having many resources. Wow, okay, so this ancestor is basically trying to tell you, Pile 2, you have such a diverse set of skills. You can do so many different things, and you're trying to limit yourself to one thing alone just so you could brag about being in this, I don't know, like highly paid field or highly prestigious field. And this loved one regrets not following their own dreams, but they also want to warn you that even if they did follow their dreams and they were highly achieved in those highly prestigious fields, this doesn't mean that their dreams are your dreams. So they are really warning you from those things, from investing yourself into something that does not come from your heart, honestly. There is a lot of pride, ego on the line, and they are trying to show you, somehow tell you that this is the wrong path. They want you to invest in these other skills that are, I want to say, that are informing each other. One skill feeds into the other. You have like this skill set of connected abilities that one ability feeds into the other or improves the other or perfects the other. So these spirit guides are trying to convince you with the universe, with the world, this is about wholeness, elements coming together. They're trying to, these ancestors are trying to show you that you could create magic, okay? If you were to really combine all these gifts that you have. Four of Swords with the Truth. Three of Swords. I'm getting this message that no one will be disappointed if you give up on something and start from scratch. With the Nine of Pentacles, I'm also getting this reassuredness that if you do give up on something and start from scratch into in this new field that you're drawn to, or you know, you give up on the prestigious thing and you invest into something that's really in tune with your heart, money will come, support will come, resources will come with the Nine of Pentacles here. But really don't do something just for the status of it. Even the Nine of Pentacles is all about it is about smelling the roses, being in the present moment, enjoying the abundance of life, but it's also about showing off. It is also about showing off a little bit, showing off our taste, our class even. It's Venus and Virgo, and Venus and Virgo prides themselves on being clean and polished and simplistic and into the essential things of life. So you may be interested into in a job, or you may be invested in a job, a field again that's prestigious in that polished kind of way, or you may be thinking, oh, I really want this kind of education because it will make me look good for interviews and for this and that. But your ancestors are saying you shouldn't be doing this just for the prestige, just for the victory of it, just for the recognition. Of course, with Hermes coming through at the beginning and the trickster spirit energy that I felt, immediately I have to tell you there might be a trickster spirit around your house as well. So I'm going to ask about that. Who is this trickster spirit? By the way, there is a spirit coming through, something about wearing fun hats is coming through, and I'm getting specifically a masculine spirit. Okay, power, Nine of Wands. The trickster spirit. You know, with the Nine of Wands, I'm getting something about construction. Something is still being built, something is going under construction, reconstruction, a renovation around the house. And I feel like this trickster spirit occupies this area where it's renovated. This is a trickster spirit that's manifested out of the chaos and maybe arguments around how you want to paint the room, or where you want where you want the furniture to go, things like that. It feels like nothing serious. It feels like this spirit has just manifested because your energy has attracted it, but it's not a spirit that haunts the house or has always been there. Okay. Who wants to communicate with pile 2? We have Osiris, Son of Swords. I think that this is the Knight of Swords. Okay. And the Seven of Cups. Interesting. Hold on. So who wants to communicate with pile 2? Well, Osiris is of course an equivalent sort of to Hades. They're both connected to the underworld. They rule over the underworld. But the Knight of Swords is a messenger, communication, news, offers, like contracts being offered, going to interviews, passing exams. That's the Knight of Sword. And it's in an interesting combination with the Seven of Cups. Again, I'm getting this message that all the trophies do not matter on the other side. All that matters is how happy you were with your life, how full your heart was. That's again a message I'm getting here. With these cards, of course, this could be an air or a water sign on the other side wanting to communicate with you. I'm getting something about a failed or sad marriage that the spirit is still mourning. Especially if this is a father figure, they're saying that it's not your fault and they regret how things panned out in the marriage to your mother. Because for many of you, this feels like a fatherly figure, to be honest. Alright. We have forgiveness. If this is a father figure who cheated, left you, things like that, they are asking for forgiveness, and I'm not sure if you can see, but this looks to me like a chain. So they do feel held back, unable to move on, unable to progress and let things go until there is some sort of forgiveness. And because this is the Knight of Swords, I feel like they need you to verbally forgive them and free them. Growth. Okay. I'm getting this energy of the spirit now on the other side is very different from how they were when they were alive, because now they have a different perspective on things. And pride. I told you pride and ego were at the on the line when it comes to these other jobs that are not meant for you, these other career paths. And And you have the Temperance card, which to me is always about a guardian angel watching over you. And we have number 11, by the way. You guys have a guardian angel watching over you as well. They too wanna connect with you, but you're too busy. You have the Four of Swords here and here. You're too busy to hear spirit. You're too busy to communicate with spirit. We have the throat chakra. And even here with the Knight of Swords, I was getting this energy of like a spirit wants to talk to you, but their words never reach you. That's why. Because you're too tired, you're too invested into other things. Spirit asks you to pay more attention to subtle signs and messages, the other realm, etc. Like, your guardian angel is trying to guide you, to protect you, but you're not letting them. You're not making it easy for them. And I'm getting this very strong message that some of you are living out the karma or the destinies of your ancestors, and your guardian angel, your ancestors are trying to prevent that from happening. They're trying to help you live out your own destiny pile too. Let's see what signs and synchronicities show up, so you know that your spirit team, your guardian angel, your ancestors are around you. What signs and synchronicities do they send you? We have the unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. The unicorn makes me think of fairy tales, folklore tales as well for some reason. But you might be quite literally seeing unicorns, like little plush toys or little cartoon characters on banners when you're driving, something. Unicorns are signs of presence of your guardian angel. What about your ancestors, and particularly this father figure? We have the dog, protection from a powerful friend. And we have the lobster, financial pinch. For some reason, I know it says a lobster, but I'm getting people dressed in red, especially men dressed in red suits, red coats, things of that nature, are signs that this father figure is near you. With the dog, for some of you have a pet on the other side that is also near you. Alright, hold on. Let's see from the other pile. What signs and synchronicities? We have marriage. Yeah, definitely something about a failed marriage here. What signs and synchronicities indicate the presence of these spirits around you? Your father figures, the masculine ancestral spirit, or your guardian angel. We have the seahorse, family matters, and we have career. Oh my god, it's like you are a unicorn surrounded by dogs, okay? Like everyone in the family has always been a dog. They've always been a dog. But you are a unicorn. And it's interesting because you have the seahorse, where, as far as I remember, usually the the father is the one carrying the children. So I'm almost getting that this ancestral spirit, especially for those of you who resonate with a father or potentially a grandfather figure, this is someone who took care of you as a primary caretaker and caregiver. They were your primary caregiver. So I'm almost like, I'm getting this message of, I raised you, but I wish you were less like me, so you didn't make the mistakes I made. So the advice here is, do not make decisions like your father or grandfather would have made them. That's the message. Alright, pile 2, I think that this is all I have for you guys. I truly hope you resonated with this. I hope it helps you. Let me know how you felt about the reading in the comment section below. I am so excited and interested to read your comments. And thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you in my next video. So until then, bye. Hi pile 3 and welcome for those of you who chose the Untitled Tarot deck. This is gonna be your reading. So as I do with each pile, as I tune in and prepare before I turn on the camera, I get these little messages, downloads, channelings if you will. So for you, I was seeing, because this is about who wants to talk to you, right? The spirit on the other side, especially a loved one. I was seeing someone walking on a beach, and especially I was seeing pebbles on the beach, and this person was collecting little gray pebbles. So yeah, this is what came through. So someone who lived by the beach, they loved this place on the beach that they went to very often. Oops. This is someone very connected with the earth, very grounded, very down to earth. And I'm also getting someone who liked to paint little landscapes. Who wants to communicate with pile 3 and why? What are they trying to say? What did they want to say? What do they want to say? Oops. Well, we have the sun wanting to come out. So this is someone who indeed loved summer, loved warm weather, loved daylight. Someone who lived life very brightly. I'm getting lots of Leo and Pisces, like this combination. We have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like this person didn't make a lot of money in life, but they had one thing that was their career and one thing that was their hobby, and it's almost like they worked. They lived for their hobby. They worked so they could make money, so they could do their hobby. That's the vibe I'm getting here. The spirit seems to be very interested in seeing who you will become, and they were also very curious watching you grow through certain things. I feel like they couldn't get to be part of. Maybe it was years ago, like many years ago, but I feel like they couldn't see you go through university, things like that, find a job, have a family, or go travel the world. Those plans you shared with them, like those dreams, I'm again getting like grandpa energy, but those dreams you shared with this person, they didn't get to see you do them, but they watch you from beyond, and And I'm getting almost this melancholy about them wishing that you didn't have to live in this kind of world that's so harsh. I feel like they often emphasized how gentle of a soul you were, your strength, but also your gentleness and your purity in a way. And I feel like they've seen the world take that away from you, not the strength necessarily, but the gentleness. And they regret, in a way, maybe not preparing you well enough for the world. Oh yeah, the Hierophant. We definitely have an older masculine figure coming through here. They feel like they should have given you better advice. That's what I'm getting. This is random, but I'm hearing poppies. I think that was a flower. I'm not even sure what this means. I think it was a flower, but I'm getting poppies and I'm hearing butterflies. Like these are signs that this person is present with you. We have the Magician as well. This is a person who made your life feel like magic, and they encouraged you to live life as if it was magical. This of course could be anyone, not just your grandfather, but for now I'm just resonating with the grandfather figure coming through. But if you resonate with the description of this person and it's someone else, then take that as it resonates, okay? And we have the King of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. I feel like this person lived life a lot, but they were also very isolated and alone. And I think that this is not something they recommend that you do. They're saying to be more open and vulnerable. I mean, they regret not preparing you for the world because I feel like, again, the world took away that gentleness of yours, but they also don't want to see you losing it completely. They're like, I should have taught you how to be tough, but protect your gentleness and keep it. So the message here is to not give up on your empathy, to not give up on your gentleness, to not give up on your belief in magic, honestly, with the Magician. And we have the Page of Coins. Okay, Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. I'm getting something about inherited talents. And especially if this was someone who painted as I channeled at the beginning, maybe you've inherited this talent from them and they encourage you to open up your own studio. Maybe you've been wondering if you should do that. And yeah, there is this just encouragement to invest in this interest, in this hobby of yours. I'm also getting, because we have many pentacles, I feel like this person wished that they could leave more things to you, like a studio or an apartment or something like that, or a house by the beach or something. And I'm not sure if that worked out. I feel like they always intended something to be yours, but then they didn't have the time to actually, um, you know, sign the right documents or whatever to make sure that you inherit it. But there is something here that they want you to fight for. Again, I'm not sure if this is like a house, a studio, but they want you to fight for it. They're like, it was supposed to be yours, so fight for it. I'm going to pull archetypal cards. Let's see. Who else wants to talk to you? Pile 3. Who else wants to talk to you? Interesting. I'm picking up on a best friend here. An 80s. Someone very youthful and very charged with energy. Networker. Thief. So this spirit of a best friend, they feel like life was stolen from them. Okay. But they've been finding the right friends for you. This person has been doing their best on the other side to align you with the right people. One more, please. Angel. Interesting. Pile 2 also had the guardian angel come through for them. For some of you, I think that your best friend is your guardian angel, like an ancestor or a friend, someone you knew in your lifetime became your guardian angel. What does this best friend want to tell you? Why is he or she showing up? Who is this best friend? There was something important about their head. They're showing me, like, I'm kind of getting like a silhouette pointing to their head, their mind. Eight of coins. Oh, okay, so this best friend spirit from the other side is actually saying that if they were alive, they would be competing with you, but in a sense to motivate you. So it's like they encourage you to work harder, to pursue things, to persevere. They're saying that if they were right next to you, they would make them sure that you get your dreams and achieve them. So they feel very frustrated when they see you give up on things. they feel like you're stealing away their opportunity to live a great life through you by watching you live a great life. Knight of Cups. They might be also, just like with pile 1, communicating with you through your dreams. And I feel like they're next to you whenever you go through pictures, because for some reason the letters to me kind of symbolize like memories, old memories, you know, photographs that you had together. Maybe for some, or those are literal letters that you had with this person. They're with you whenever you go through these. But I'm getting the strong message from this spirit that they want you to laugh more at these memories rather than grieve them. They're not the type of person who likes to cry or grieve or things like that. They love to turn everything humorous. Ace of Swords. This is, again, very specific, but I'm getting that for some of you, if this person had a pet, specifically I'm seeing a black cat with little white spots, but if this person had a cat, I'm not sure if this cat has passed as well, but I'm getting that they will be, or already are, reunited when this happens. The Ace of Swords, I feel like the spirit's wanting to talk to you right now. They're trying to encourage you to make a decision that maybe you're afraid of. You're afraid of committing to something. And especially this friend is like, if you don't commit, you will never know the potential your life has. It's interesting because with the angel, I was just kind of staring at it. Of course, for some of you, it's an ancestor, it's someone you knew that became your guardian angel. But for others, I'm also getting like an unborn child. This could be some child in the family as well that was unborn, and they have decided to help you, protect you, and be there for you because they didn't get that chance to live, but they want to help you because you had your chance. Let's see what signs and synchronicities you will receive from these spirits when they're around. Okay, hold on. We have Candle, Shield. You will be shown the way. Yes, indeed, I feel like the spirit guides are trying to, and the loved ones are trying to guide you on the right path. You have the Shield. You need to defend yourself. With the Ace of Swords, very curious. Maybe that silhouette that was pointing to their mind, maybe they're warning you, hey, don't let other people, but also spirits, get to your head. Be mindful what you let inside your head. Okay, so with the candle, of course, that could mean candles going out, you know, like being symbolic of their presence, of the presence of spirits. It could also be that every time you kind of feel like buying a new candle, or it's just this sudden urge. Again, this is a sign of their presence. With the shield now, I'm not sure exactly where you might be seeing shields, but I think that this is a sign that you're being protected by this guardian angel, by your friend, by this grandfather figure. The month of October, well, is now, but also October might be significant. And we have the ram. Wait, did I say it that this friend had Aries energy when I told you that they're like what did I say about them exactly? Because I remembered I was getting Aries energy, I was kind of describing Aries qualities, like more direct, fun to be around, love to live life. Well, to me this is extra confirmation that anytime you hear someone is an Aries, it's like a little wink from that friend. Hey, I'm still around, my energy is still around you. A stubborn, aggressive person. Well, I think that your friend could be stubborn and aggressive. Oh yeah, the youthfulness that I mentioned, that's Aries energy, because Aries is connected to, it's like the child of the zodiac. Alright, we have the ram. What else? What other synchronicities? And yeah, sure, when you see ram illustrations or something, images, that's also a sign from your friend. A dark man. Dealings or the relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So for some of you, the spirit might look this way. Signs and synchronicities that will help you recognize the presence of these spirits. We have the boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. My God. Your goals. Okay. With the boot, for some reason, I'm getting more so leather things, like leather jackets, leather, I mean belts, most belts are leather. Leather wallets and just leather as a material may remind you of an ancestor, of a loved one on the other side. And you know, I think I mentioned the funny hats. Did I? Was that pile 2? I think it was you guys, pile 3. I think it was you with the funny hats. They might have as well worn funny boots, this person. Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. Interesting. Well, some of you, pile 3, may like to pretend you didn't hear anything when you heard something, or kind of play dumb, maybe if you get spooked by the presence of certain spirits, and spirits are saying that they still notice that you cannot trick them. Also, Thanksgiving might be a significant date for you and your relationship with one of these spirits that are showing up here in the cards. And one last, we have the whale. Great worry over nothing. I'm getting something about music and singing here. There might be certain songs. I feel like when you sing, you connect with one of these spirits, or there are certain songs when they play on the radio or in a random Spotify playlist. They are also signs from those spirits. So, but especially with the person who loved to go to the beach, maybe they had an interest in whales or dolphins, you know. So I think that this is all I'm getting here. Yeah, I think that this is all I have for you guys. So pile 3, definitely let me know in the comment section below if you resonated with this reading, if you enjoyed it, if it was helpful. I'm very, very curious to hear. I know this is a collective reading. I tried to narrow down the messages to maximum detail, but still it is a collective reading, so take the messages as they resonate. Let me know, and I hope I'll see you in my next video as well. So until then, thanks for watching. Bye.